Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another celebrity reading. Now, this one, everything is all legend for entertainment purposes only. This entire video, okay? So, this is a controversial topic. We are going to do Katy Perry, Kesha, Gaga, and the Dr. Luke of it all. If you haven't seen my Kesha and Dr. Luke reading, I'll put a link to it up here. If you haven't seen my latest Katy Perry reading, I'll put a link to it up here as well. So, there has been a lot of online discourse about the Dr. Luke and Kesha situation. Katy Perry might be working with him. So, I recently read the deposition, Katy Perry's deposition for the court case. If you haven't read it, I suggest you to read it. In my opinion, the way I interpret it, all legend for entertainers only, Katy Perry vocalizes how she's mad at Dr. Luke because she felt like Dr. Luke used her as a tiebreaker because she's the only person in the whole world that knew the both of them in this situation from a professional and personal standpoint. And that she felt like it wasn't fair that Dr. Luke dragged her to court because and then she's told to elaborate, and she basically essentially says that, you know, what Kesha said about me is not true. So therefore, she ends up being the person that makes Kesha look like a liar. But it's pretty clear, at least from reading the entire deposition, that, I mean, from my perspective, I don't think that Katy Perry thinks that Kesha's a liar, but she had to go on record and say that Kesha lied about her. So if you're not familiar with it, Kesha texted Lady Gaga, and at the time, Katy Perry and Lady Gaga were ops. They hated each other, right? And Kesha and Lady Gaga were texting each other, talking shit about Katy, saying how mean Katy is, how they hate Katy. It's kind of weird, to be honest. I know it's girl world, but I'm like, imagine texting someone about someone you hate. Weird. But anyways, so they were texting, hating on her, whatever. And then Kesha's like, she's just so mean. I can't have empathy for her. And she's like, and I wish she would say something because Dr. Luke did something similar to her as well. I'm not going to say it, but you can look at the deposition, what she says that Dr. Luke did to Katy. So her texting that to Lady Gaga got in the court's hands, and then Luke pulled Katy into this entire mess. And what's crazy to me about this situation, I'm sorry this is a long backstory. You need the backstory for you to understand this reading, because we can't do this reading without me explaining this, because it's so deep. So the way it appears is either Kesha lied about Katy Perry's situation with Luke, which is weird, or she told her story before she was ready to. Either way, it's kind of messed up. So I understand if there is animosity between the two of them, I would understand, because if I put myself in that position, if I was Katy Perry, I would probably hate Kesha for life. And if I'm Kesha, I would probably hate Katy. So I kind of understand the mess that they're in. But anyways, the interesting part is when Katy Perry starts talking about Dr. Luke, she essentially says that they ask her about like if she's had any bad experiences, and she says her and Luke have fought all the time. And she essentially says that Luke has a huge ego and is a bit like, he's kind of like a coward. She basically says how he uses another executive to kind of do his dirty work and get his deals for him, and he's a little slimy in that way. But that like he's a little bit of she kind of alludes to him being an egotistical maniac, in my opinion. But she also clarifies that by saying, however, he does have 17 number ones. So anybody with 17 number ones is going to be a bit egotistical. So it's like this weird back and forth. And they talk about publishing deals, and Katy Perry alludes to the fact that allegedly her publishing deal is somehow intertwined with him. So it's weird, and I'm not really 100% sure of it, but if you read the deposition back and forth, she talks about how some of the artists that she's discovered that she's signed are technically still underneath Luke. It's weird. So like Luke's name is on people that are hers. Like she talks about they're mine, and then they go, yeah, but it says Dr. Luke, work with them, whatever. And she goes, no, they're mine though. They're mine. Those are my people. So there's something with like the publishing deal, how he can put his name on certain things that he's not actually touching with Katy, and how some of the talent that she's discovered is somehow intertwined with him. It's very interesting and it's weird. So that's why I'm like, it's his fingers are in so much and his energy is in so much, and he has so many ties that I'm like, I'm not exactly sure how many things are directly how many people are directly working with Luke anymore, if it's just like, you know, him slapping his name on something or him having a publishing deal so his name has to go on it. It's very interesting. I suggest you to read the deposition. It kind of makes you look at it from a different perspective. Anyways, I kind of want to look at the discourse between Katy and Kesha and see what's going on. Like, is there still animosity? I know Kesha tweeted LOL, which is definitely Katy shade. So I just dropped the cards. So I want to kind of see what's going on with the girls. And I kind of want to see how Dr. Luke feels, to be honest. This is going to be a messy reading, so please don't sue me. All at different tapers only. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Long intro. Okay, so if you guys like this, please join the YouTube members, especially because I don't know if this will be able to be monetized. So join the YouTube members. It's linked down below. There's a $5, $10, and $15 tier. You get access to exclusive pick cards, lots of exclusive videos, exclusive readings from K-pop to random celebs that probably won't be as popular on the main, so they're on the members. And you get a chance to win a reading from me, okay? All right, so I'm going to do Kesha. Well, actually, we'll do Katy first. Katy on the left, Kesha on the right, energy between. I want to do Katy, Luke, and then we'll do Kesha, Luke. Okay, so let's start with the obvious, which is Kesha and Luke. So Kesha is the Six of Cups, which is like the past. He has tweeted before that Kesha was like a little sister to him. So I'm not shocked to see like the Six of Cups is like a sibling type of energy. And it's also like the past. So that makes sense that, you know, she's kind of like harping on the past. It makes sense, right? It's her trauma. He showed up as the Eight of Swords reversed. So the Eight of Swords reversed is like a victim of circumstances, and the Knight of Swords is impure intentions. Dr. Luke definitely believes that everything that happened between them was normal. Kesha has a different recollection of events. We've already seen this. We're going to go over this. Dr. Luke is kind of like in that energy of like, you know what it is? It's, how do I word this? Don't shoot the messenger, because I definitely believe Kesha, but there's certain things don't fly now that used to fly, and I think that's where Dr. Luke's head is at. Like, there are certain things you couldn't do now that you could do before because people didn't really know any better, and I think that's where he's kind of stuck in his mind, where he's like, everyone did that type of stuff. That's the kind of vibe that it has. I'm not really shocked to sort of see that. So I'm not going to harp too much into that. I'm sure we already know that, T. So let's look at Katy. So Katy's the Hierophant reversed. And then Kesha is the Nine of Cups reversed and the Six of Swords. So I can tell you right now, Katy absolutely is pissed off, and she thinks that Kesha is using the internet against her. And the people behind Kesha are using the internet against her. That I can tell you. So she is pissed off about that. But the Nine of Cups is not getting what I want, which means that Kesha always sought Katy's approval. I wonder if Kesha is an anxious attachment style. Maybe Katy's avoidant or something. Because it's like, Kesha is like pining for Katy's approval. It's weird. She wants Katy to like her so bad. Like, why don't you like me? Like, it's almost a little cringe. It's like, why won't you like me? Why won't you like me? Like, I want you to like me. It's very interesting. She's like pining for her attention, pining for her approval. And the High Priestess is reversed, which tells me that that's like a lack of follow through. I think Katy Perry definitely, okay. Six of Swords is change. It seems like there's, how do I word this? Because I understand both their perspectives. I kind of understand their perspectives. So Kesha looks at Katy Perry like, you said one thing and did another. You said you would do this. You never did it. You didn't follow through. You're fake. You're a fake industry person like everyone else. You're fake. All you cared about is money, fame, whatever. Katy Perry looks at Kesha as like in a way in which she's like, you did something that makes me feel like I can't trust you. And I think this is even before she texted Lady Gaga. I think that Kesha has loose lips. And I think that there was something that she texted about someone. I don't know if it was a boy. I don't know if it was drama. I don't know what it was. But something that predates the Dr. Luke discourse caused Katy to kind of pull back a little bit where she didn't trust her. And so like, I think Katy didn't necessarily communicate this. So all Kesha sees is Katy pulling back and being like, what the hell? And meanwhile, Katy like doesn't trust her. This is girl world drama. Kind of makes me sad. I wish they could mend this fence. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll make a music video together or something. Now the Six of Wands is upright. The Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So Katy Perry is the Six of Wands here. So Six of Wands is about pride, ego, and then the Page of Swords, opportunistic. Oh shit. Nine of Pentacles is other people. In order for Katy to be able to work with the people she wanted to work with and to do the things she wanted to do, Luke was pulling strings. I do not think that Katy Perry went right to Luke and said, please, I want to work with you. No. I think that the people that she wanted to work with, Luke forced the hands. Because what I see with the Page of Swords is I need to be on the Katy Perry record. There's too much money to be made. The Six of Wands, too many people are going to see her. The comeback is too big. I want a piece of that pie. I want a piece of that pie. I'm not letting anybody else get a piece of that pie. I want it. And Luke is the one that's pulling strings to make sure it happens. That's what's happening. He wants on that record. You guys aren't going to believe me. Oh, you're a Katy Perry fan. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what I see. Page of Swords and the Six of Wands. Too many people are going to see her. And the other part of this is that he also wants people to see him. He's got an ego. So he's like, I want my name on it. And I want it to do well so that people can shut the fuck up. And there's another side to this where he's like, and if it flops because of my name and because of my impact, then Kesha might have another lawsuit against her. He's still interested in going after Kesha for litigation. He's still interested in getting Kesha legally, by the way. Him and his team, I still feel, in my opinion, allegedly for chambers only, I feel like they're still trying to get her in litigation. And I think if this album or something goes wrong and there's bad press, whatever, they're going to bring in, they're going to go after Kesha again. So for him, it's a win-win. If it succeeds, he gets money. If it fails, he gets more evidence, because they did use tweets in the deposition. You should read the deposition. It's very interesting. So he pulled as many strings behind the scenes as he could to be on this album. He wanted on this album. This album was not going to see the light of day unless he was on it at least one song. He pulled so many strings to be on this album, you guys. I'm telling you. I think that Katy Perry was hesitant. Do I think that Katy Perry was like, absolutely not? No. I don't think she was like, I would never work with you. No, I don't think that. However, there is a lot of people she really wants to work with. She really wanted to work with, and I do think that they're connected to him. So I think she was between a rock and a hard place here. But he wanted on her record. He was going to get on that record, you guys. The Nine of Pentacles says they share a common person. I'm telling you. I feel bad for Kesha. Listen, Joyride is really good, y'all. I know it's a very gay song. It does kind of sound like the chicken dance, but I like it. I think it's really good. Yeah, I do. All right, so 10 of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers. Yeah, I told you it's all about the potential money. The potential money that could be made on a record for Katy Perry, a pop star her size. He was not letting that go. 10 of Wands verse. He was never going to let that go. He also wants to be able to prove himself again. He wants to be able to prove that he can still make a hit. It's an ego thing for him. It's an ego thing for him. Four of Cups reversed, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. It's interesting because I thought I would be in Katy's energy, but I'm in Luke's. I don't think you guys realize how much power Luke has. Her energy isn't here for her project right now. It's him. Because I see him with his hands, and he's going like this, and it's like a spider web. And it just keeps going out like as a diagram. It's like everyone is connected to him. He's a lot more powerful than you think. Oh, I'm going to say something controversial. All legend for interpreters only. Four of Cups reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I think that he works with more of your faves than you realize. He chooses whether or not his name is visible, in my opinion. Four of Cups reversed, Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Because that's about I can be seen and I can be unseen. I can detach from it. I can detach from it at will. Yep, Four of Swords. He puts his name on it when he wants to, yep. Sometimes he will let them take it off, and sometimes he won't. Eight of Cups reversed, Page of Cups reversed, and Four of Swords. Yep. It's kind of weird. He kind of plays a little bit of God, in my opinion. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because if I think about this logically, he has an ear for music. He is an incredible producer. He makes #1 hits like candy, right? He's what does he got, 17 of them? I understand to some extent why he's in the position he's in because of his talent, but it's you're dealing with an evil genius. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of it logically, but then you have the whole situation here. It's what? Oh, no. There's an artist I see him trying to sabotage. And I think he might... It's the Queen of Wands. It's another pop star. I see him trying to sabotage them. Potential fire sign. He's trying to sabotage them. 10 of Pentacles reversed and Strength. And it's like a long-standing grudge of him trying to sabotage them. Long-standing grudge of him trying to sabotage this person. Lots of time, effort, and money to sabotage this person. A lot. Six of Pentacles reversed, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. I think the next couple years you're going to see a Luke take over when it comes to his artists. They have a plan for Luke's artists to take over pop music. They have a plan. There's a plan set in place. There's a couple of artists that they're trying to push. There's a Luke takeover. I wouldn't be surprised. I love Kim Petras. She's probably one of them. But there is a Luke takeover coming with younger, newer artists. There's younger, newer artists that they're going to start to push extremely hard. He's got his hand in the new wave. He's got his hand in the new wave. He does. 7 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. Yep. So there's this artist that he wants to sabotage. That's a long-standing grudge. Does not like this person at all. It's a female artist, potential fire sign, but it's a pop star. And then I see, that's only part of this. The other part I see him is infiltrating with all of his new little underlings. Yeah, Dr. Luke, unfortunately, fuck, I can't believe I have to say this, but I think he's here to stay. And if it's not him, it's his proteges with him ghosting in the background. Yep. Damn. Devil, King of Cups. I'm trying to be impartial here, you guys. It's hard. Nine of Swords reversed. There's a male artist as well that he's going to be working with soon as well. Excuse me. It's the truth. King of Cups. I mean, it could be a water sign, but could also just be someone who's like Harry Styles. Like, okay, Queen of Swords reversed. 10 of Cups. Judgment. So there's kind of like a proxy war going on in the music industry right now. I'm not shocked to see this because we saw the Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift beef and their producers, and how like they're like Sabrina is using her producer and Chappelle Ariana is using her Miss Mama's producer. I'm not shocked to see this, but I think pop stars aren't fighting. I think producers and labels are fighting. Because what I'm seeing is a tug of war behind the scenes when it comes to like, you work with this producer, you can no longer work with that producer. You work with this person, like you have to pick a side. And so I'm kind of feeling frustrated for my pop girlies because I don't think they're as in control as they used to be. What I'm seeing is like producers are pulling the strings. Producers are pulling the songs. Producers are pulling the artists. And if you work with one producer, you cannot work with any other. And you have to choose a producer. It's like 3 or 4 major ones and that's it. That's it. It's a producer problem right now. We're looking at producers being egotistical maniacs right now. And there being drama behind the scenes. And pop stars just being vehicles for producers. Pop stars aren't being heralded as like talented as much as the producers these days. So I'm interested to see how this goes because it's a producer war. It's not a pop star war. I do want to pull one more for the Gaga of it all. I kind of want to see what Katy and Gaga are at. If they're still ops or not. I already know I'm going to get a ton of hate for this video, but I don't know what else to do. There's only one way to do this. I'm trying to be impartial. All right, Katy, Gaga. Oh, that's nice. I think both of them want to put their past behind them. Lots of regrets, lots of emotional moments. 2 of Pentacles. Not a collab. Well, the 2 of Pentacles is like business. King of Pentacles, reverse, Star, King of Swords. I think that Katy genuinely enjoys Gaga's creativity. Not necessarily her business decisions, but her creativity. And the King of Swords tells me that, I mean, Lady Gaga kind of just isolated herself from everyone. But the Star is upright, which is like, yeah, you can see there's attention, but it's also celebrity. I kind of think they buried the hatchet, to be honest. Like, I don't think either of them are like besties. I don't think they're either of them are like their type of person, but I don't think they really care that much. Yeah. I think both of them realized they got screwed in different ways. Both of them got screwed by the music industry in different ways. So I don't think that... Yeah. I will say the internet needs to be careful because I am seeing Stan Wars, which Stan Wars are going to happen, but I'm a little bit worried about Gaga's next project. Maybe I should do a reading on it. I'm a little bit worried. There's a problem with Gaga's next project. Six of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. Someone's spending money on trying to embarrass her. Yeah, I'm not. She's got bigger fish to fry than Katy Perry. Gaga is a target, an industry target. I'm a little bit worried about her next comeback. There's a wave of hate coming. I wonder if this will be behind the scenes. Maybe we won't see this. I don't know. We got time. When she releases her next single, we'll which I'm sure it'll be a bop, but we'll do another reading on that. So I'm gonna leave it there. Remember, these readings all are different interpreters only. Good luck. Goodbye.